Good morning, dear devotees and friends, and happy Mother's Day to all of you. Today, instead of our regular the subject that usually we speak, we will have the discussion on the Mother, the earthly Mother and the Divine Mother. This concept of expressing the gratitude and to the sacrifice of the mothers, it came in the mind of Anna Jarvis in 1900. This in America, and this young lady, she was remembering her mother and she was thinking to do something. Before that also, and sometimes in 1800, that was also there, 1860, 62, some people they were thinking, and slowly this concept came. So before we enter into the discussion, let us pray to our Divine Mother, Ma Sharatamani Devi. Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. In America, they thought about remembering the sacrifices of the mother, but this conception is very old. We will come to that very happily. In 1914, the then President of America, that Woodrow Wilson, he passed a bill and declared that second Sunday in May should be observed as the Mother's Day. So from then onwards, it is continuing. So from 1914, it is 2023. So we are celebrating 2023, the Mother's Day. We, the children, should be grateful to the Mother. Of course, Father, so they have declared the Father's Day too, but the Mother's Day and the Father's Day, what we are actually doing? It is remembering the contribution, the great sacrifices that our parents, they have done for us. If a human being is not, that gratefulness is there, then he is not a human being. Human being means there should be the gratefulness. If we forget after receiving something from anyone, then it is not a human characteristic. Human character should be very alert. If someone gives me anything, we should remember it. And Japan, that culture is very strong. Even if you give any small book or anything, they will be so courteously receive it. And when they are receiving it, their body language, the way they will receive it will prove that they are very happy. Maybe that they are not going to use it, or it won't be useful, but as because you are giving it, anything anyone giving should be accepted in that way. So that is the Mother's Day or the Father's Day or any day that is dedicated in the civilized society. It's just to remind us about our gratefulness. Otherwise, what happened? The birds or the animals, when they are small, they always attach to the mother or the father. But the moment they grow up, they forget. They go away. And they don't remember who is the mother, who is the father. It's not possible for them also to remember that. The birds will fly away, where they will go. They cannot come back and to recognize this was my father. No. Maybe suddenly some bird may be having that, one or two. That is an exception. But in general, no. If we also do like that, the human being, we take everything when we need, then after getting our education and I know that I can support myself, I go away, start a job or a business or settle down somewhere, and I forget my mother, father, family, those who helped me. That is not the human. That's why they say, dharmena hina pashubhishamana. In Sanskrit they said, if you don't have the dharma, what is that dharma? It doesn't mean all the time that you have to go to temple and you have to offer the fruits and sweets. No, that is the different type. Dharma means the consciousness. What I should do, I should not forget. Sometimes the ex-students, they will be remembering their schools, maybe in a village, and now they can, so they will send the money to them to help that school. Maybe they will make a very good the teachers' common room. In the villages, in the developing countries, underdeveloped countries, it is very rare. So that is called gratefulness. And maybe those teachers, they have not taught him, but even they think, oh, our student, they have remembered. So this is the gratefulness. This should be in the human nature, human being. And that is the main characteristics of human. When we claim ourselves as human, this should be the first thing. The gratefulness, kritagata, that is the word they always use, kritagata, the gratefulness. We should not forget it. So this was started in that way. The children, they always remember. Now, in my talk, I like to divide earthly mother and divine mother. And I will remember 4, 5 earthly mother, the great mothers. The first mother is Sri Ramakrishna's mother, Chandramani Devi. This Chandramani Devi, we know, we all read, and we appreciate the Sri Ramakrishna's father, Shudiram Chattopadhyay. He was constantly practicing truth all through his life. He never deviated from that. You'll never say anything which is false. And it so happened that the local landlord one day requested him to tell a false, because all people they knew about that this person, the Shudiram Chattopadhyay, never say any falsehood. So this landlord, he was having a litigation in the land and all that. So if you go and tell in favor of me, then I am going to win this case in the court of law. So please do this. He refused. He said, if you are refusing, I will throw you out from this. And if you accept my proposal, I will give you a lot of money. Here, because of the truthful that character, the Shudiram Chattopadhyay accepted the miseries. He was having a lot of land and everything that a householder needs in the villages. Still, that other day also I visited, I saw, it's still there. Now some of our devotees, they have purchased some of the portion and then maintaining as the remembrance. It will be a temple, already a temple is there, remembering that particular place. But that time, just think of it. And in those days, the Jamindars, they were ruthless. Even if they kill, no one is going to arrest them. The law was not in that way. So that time, he came out, and who followed him? His wife. If the wife protested and said, if you say one single mistake, falsehood, what is there? The sky is not falling on your head. But with all these children, with the family, I cannot go out on the street. If the wife said like that, then the history would have been completely different. The Lord God took birth in that family, accepted him as the father, and accepted that lady Chandramani Devi as the mother because of this sacrifice. The mother's sacrifice. The mother sacrificed in that way. And without any complaint, we never heard. And afterwards, when Sri Ramakrishna became popular and so many people became his disciples, they started visiting that village, met that lady. She never ever complained. In those days, we were having so many things. And now, because of this person, I had to come out. Never said anything about that. There is no record that anyone heard that she is lamenting and thinking they were very rich at one time, and then suddenly they became poor, and she had to come on that way, and this was never ever mentioned. So this is the great mother, Shudiram Chattopadhyay, his wife Chandramani Devi, Sri Ramakrishna's mother. And she was so simple. When she was in the household, and many people started coming, and when the Sri Ramakrishna was born, and she used to tell that this happened to me, and this thing happened to his father. Then she was very guileless, simple, but at the same time so much devoted. So we must remember this great lady, Chandramani Devi. Afterwards, when Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was in Dakshinesha, and she came at a very old age, and Sri Ramakrishna never said, "No, I cannot accommodate you." He arranged her stay in a very small room, tiny room. If you ever go over there, that was not meant for living quarter. That was meant for the musicians to play music. That in those days, that was the system. And nowadays, some of the hotels in Calcutta, they are having that the traditional rich Bengalis life. And if you go to that hotel, you will hear early morning, they'll be playing the music, and the flute and others, so that you get up from your sleep in that music. That was that rich people's lifestyle. In that room, there's a below one and above one, and Sri Ramakrishna's mother used to live on the above one. And the below was Ma Sharadamani Devi. These two ladies used to live over there. Then one day, that Mathur Babu, the Jamindar, the rich man, he thought that he should give some money to Bhagavan Sri Ram. He used to love him very much. So he went to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, and he said, he used to call him as Baba, Father, suppose I die. In those days, people used to die, and because they used to drink a lot, and that landlord's lifestyle. So he said, suppose I die, who will look after you? I like to give you a plot of land so that you can earn some money and your life will be all right. Sri Ramakrishna chased him out from his room. You have come to tempt me with the money? You think that you have to give me money and then I can survive? You idiot, go out from here. Then the landlord was taken aback. All people used to go to him to take money. Then he said, okay, can I go to your mother to offer this? You can go. Then this Jamindar went to the Chandramani Devi. But Sri Ramakrishna didn't say anything to Chandramani Devi. Look at it. The Chandramani Devi, she used to do a lot of japa constantly. And the Jamindar approached him and said, Grandma, I am the owner of this property. I like to give you something. Do you want anything? She was thinking, oh, you have given everything. You have given a room. I get the food. What else I need? I don't need anything. No. I like to give you some money or some other thing. Please remember. Then I am the Jamindar. I am the landlord. I am offering something. If you don't accept, it's an insult to me. Accept something. And the mother, then she said, well, see, after eating, I take little pan. Pan is a sort of a leaf, and inside some short of this masala and other things. Can you bring that? I am short of that. So if you, and now, it is like someone wanted to give $100,000 and someone is asking $10 will be sufficient for me. It is like that. And then Mathur Babu told, if this mother was not there, then we would not have get the son like Sri Ramakrishna. This is the great mother of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. And mother of Ma Sarada Muni Devi. Mother of Ma Sarada Muni Devi, that her name was Shama Shundari. The Shama Shundari Devi, she was also very simple and the village lady, and mother was born over there, then much afterwards. Now, you have to remember, this is happening in the 18th century. And when the people, they were orthodox people, mostly literate people, they were not connected with the Western world or anything. Now almost everywhere people are aware. In those days it was nothing like that. A lifestyle was completely different. And different type of people used to visit Ma Sharada Mani Devi. Sri Ramakrishna passed away. She was the widow of a Brahmin priest, according to the general thing, that she was the widow of a Brahmin priest. In her house, the male people are coming, so many of them, and different caste, different language, and sometimes the white-skinned people, Europeans, are also coming. In that village, so naturally the village people, they used to say, what is happening? Who are these people? Why they are coming over here? This is the mother of Ma Sharada Mani Devi. Though she was old, though she was born and brought up in that particular village, and she told, this is my family. And my family is a mixture of devotee and God. Bhakto Bhagavane Shanshar. Bhakto Bhagavane Shanshar. This is my household, this is my family, and this is the the gods and the devotees. If you like to stay, you like to come, you like to know, you have to admit this. So this is the way she supported the Divine Mother, Holy Mother. Otherwise it would have been very difficult. You know, it so happened in the mother's life, the villagers, when they noticed that the mother herself, being a Brahmin, the high caste, serving the food to the low caste people, by her own hands she was serving. So the authority of that village, they came and told, no, this is a punishable offense. And you have to pay 25 rupee as a punishment. In those days, 25 rupee was a big amount. And mother said, okay. She paid 25 rupee. Again she started serving the food. Again she paid the 25. Again she never stopped it. And that time her supporter was the Shama Shundari Devi. At this moment, we may think this is a very simple thing. No. In those days, context in that, it was really, really courageous decision to support the Ma Sharada Mani Devi. And because of her support, the Shama Shundari Devi, it was all right for Ma Sharada Mani Devi to continue. Friends, we will now remember the mother of Vivekananda, Bhuvaneshwari Devi. They're all earthly mothers, but they are so great. The Bhuvaneshwari Devi, she was a daughter of a very rich man. Her father, in those days, the girls were not allowed to study at all. But her father, Bhuvaneshwari Devi's father, kept the nurse, we can say the European lady, to teach her English. Can you imagine? They were so advanced family in those days. And she knew very good English, and Vivekananda learned English from her. And not only that, She was highly educated of her own. She used to study almost everything. And she could recite from the Ramayana, from the Mahabharata, and all the stories she used to tell the young Naren. The Narendranath grew up because of that mother. And when Narendranath one day, the teacher punished him, though the mistake was not his, but the teacher misunderstood and punished him, he came back and he said, the teacher was forcing me to accept that fault, which I have not done. And he was going on punishing me. In our country, even today, they will be beating with the sticks on your palm. They will be going on beating unless you are accepting. So that type of punishments in the schools, it is very common. In those days, they used to have that. And the Narendranath, when told the mother, his mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, that I didn't do that, but the teacher was insisting that I should accept, thinking that I have done. I never accepted that, and he went on beating. Look at the palms. It has become almost, the blood has come out. And his mother, cajoling him, comforting him, he said, son, never ever accept anything which is wrong. Stick to the truth. That is the mother's teaching. And when they were very rich people, every day nearly 300 people used to get food in their house. In those days, poor people are coming, the workers are coming, so the landlords, they used to have. And then suddenly everything, the moment the father passed away, his uncle took away all the property and took them to the court. Even at the time, the mother was going on in encouraging Swami Vivekananda. This mother, the great mothers, when we listen to, unless the mothers are great, it is impossible to get this type of personalities. The Swami Vivekananda's mother, and then we go to another mother, and that is Swami Premanandaji's mother, Matangini Devi. Friends, this organization, this Ramakrishna mission that we see now, with 2,000 monks and brahmacharyas, in that time, when no one was there around, she used to support the young boys. After Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna passed away, and there was no one around, almost all the parents of those young boys, they were insisting that you should go back to home, you continue study, or join in the job, start earning, settle down as the householders. And when they were refusing, in that turmoil, and their leader was only 24 years old, Narendranath. And he was also in a very difficult situation because his mother, the litigation was going on, and he was the only son, so he had to go to court. Though he was a sannyasi, he had to go to Calcutta High Court and to talk to the lawyers and supporting his mother, and things were going on like that. And these young boys, they were depending on this Narendra. Where they will go? There was no food, there was no good place to stay, and the whole society was frowning. They were doubting what these boys are doing. And that is the time when the Premanandaji's mother used to invite them, Matangini Devi. She used to invite these young boys to feed them. They were little away from Calcutta, almost in between the Jairambati and Calcutta. That is the place where they were also very rich people. Feeding 10, 12 boys was nothing for them. So these boys used to go over there and spend some time getting some good food and motherly affection. And I will conclude, once Sri Ramakrishna asked this Matangini Devi. Matangini Devi, she was a very devoted lady, and she used to bring different type of fruits and other things as a gift to Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna was happy. The one day, Sri Ramakrishna said, "You like me so much, you bring so many things. If I ask anything, will you give it to me?" And she said, "I'll be very happy to give it to you. What do you want?" "I want your son. Will you give that son, the Prema, to me?" And she agreed. And she brought her son. Of course, the son was very devoted and said, "I give this boy to you and make him a very good sannyasi." And this great sannyasi is Swami Premanandaji. I will conclude this Earthly Mothers episode by telling the small incident that happened in the life of Swami Turiyanandaji's mother, Prasannamayi Devi. This Prasannamayi Devi, when Swami Turiyananda, the young boy, was only 3 years old, a jackal came. In those days, when the young boys, they used to put them a lot of oil on the body and they will be asking them to bask in the sun. That is the tradition, to get some another maybe vitamin D, something. So they will be putting a lot of oil, massaging the body, and ask them to sit somewhere on the open sun, courtyard to get the sunlight. And when that was there, suddenly she noticed their house is very close to Calcutta, that is in Bagbaja. Even then, all around there are jungles, the jackals were there. The other jackal came and he came to attack that young boy, who was at that time sleeping on the bed. Mother came running, couldn't fight that jackal. She lifted that boy on her hands, and standing over there, the jackal, hungry jackal, instead of that boy, started biting the mother. And he, not only biting, taking out all them and eating from her living body, and she was there. And finally, of course, the other people came, the jackal ran away, but she passed away because of that. This is the contribution of the mother, earthly mother, just hints of those. All our mothers, everyone's mother, they take so much of pain, so much of sacrifice. Not only the 9 months that they are carrying us, but also after giving the birth, they can't sleep night after nights. These are the earthly mothers, but they are divine. So this divinity, conception of the divinity of the mother, it is very old. In the Vedic age, even in the Rig Veda, almost in the beginning of the Rig Veda, we find the mother of all, everything is Aditi. Aditi is the mother of everything. Each and everything is the Aditi. Friends, before we give that idea, the divine mother conception in Hinduism, I like to mention about the Greeks, the very ancient civilization. The Hinduism and the Hindu civilization, Greek civilization, Egyptian civilization, the very ancient civilizations. And the Greek civilization, they also worship goddess, the mother. And like us, they had different goddesses. One is Demeter, is the agriculture and civilization. She was like our Lakshmi. In Hinduism, they'll say Lakshmi. The same mother power, same Shakti, but they'll say Lakshmi is the goddess of all the wealth and all. And they used to have Demeter as the agriculture and civilization. She was the goddess of that. Hera, human birth. Sometimes the mothers, when they are not having the children, they go to the motherhood. And in our conception, in Hinduism also, same thing is there. And the mothers will go and pray to, who is that mother? Hmm? Who is the Devi? You don't know? No. For the children. I just missed that name. And Shashti. That they will go to that, another concept. See, the Greek civilization and the Indus Valley Indian civilization, they both are having this. So this Hera is the human birth. For the children, the mothers, the young ladies, they used to go to heart to pray. And here also the Shashti Kripa, sometimes they'll say, because the Shashti is the one conception of the mother that she will bless for the children. Then Aphrodite was the education. Like here, our also is having Saraswati. Devi Saraswati is the mother goddess of education. Artemis is the protector of nature. Where is our Indra and other like that? And Artemis were there. And Athena, the goddess of intelligence. Of course, we say the Saraswati, the goddess of intelligence. Another civilization, that is Egyptian civilization, and they have a concept of mother who is all pervading and the creator of everything. And this mother is called Mut. From the Mut, mother has come. The Egyptian, she who gives birth but not born of anyone. Exactly that we will quote from the Devi Bhagavata, where the Vishnu is addressing to the goddess in the same way. She gives birth to everyone but not born of anyone. That means she is self-created, eternal. She is always there. Thebes, the goddess of water, from which everything has come, and here also in India, the conception, Akashad, Vayu, Vayu, Agni, Agni, Apa, Adva, Prithivi. This from the Adva means the water, and from there the whole Prithivi, everything. So this, the two ancient civilizations having same type of thoughts. The Egyptian civilization, they are also having the same thought. Christianity is a very famous, and Virgin Mary is a spiritual mother, the Virgin Mary. And they will be praying the Virgin Mary. Of course, it's not the Protestants, it's the Catholics. Catholics, they accept the Virgin Mary conception. We also believe in that. It is possible for God. It's not that every time we have to have as we think in the material world. It is possible for God when He is doing it. It is He can, as because He is having the tremendous power, supreme power. It is possible for God. Thank you. Just a minute. The Christianity, the Virgin Mary is the mother. In Hinduism, the conception is the Shakti. And the Shakti that gives birth, they nurture and destroy. So Hinduism a different path developed. One is Tantra, one is Vedanta, and Vaishnavism or Bhaktiism. In the Bhaktiism we know that Vishnu and others, and Vedanta also we know, but about Tantra we don't know much. The Tantra says it is the Shakti, it is the power that is doing everything. And that we have to accept, otherwise it is impossible. In the Chandi, we find the Chandi is the essence of the Tantra. As the Bhagavad Gita is the essence of Vedanta, so Sri Chandi, sometimes it is called Shaptashati. That is the essence of Tantra. There, the Brahma, he is addressing the goddess and mentioning Vishnu Sharira Grahanam. Aham Ishana Evacha Karitaste Yatos Tasmat Kastastum Shaktiman Bhavet. O Mother, Who can understand you, know you? Who is more powerful than you? When I, the Brahma, and the Vishnu, and the Shiva, the creator, the preserver, and the destroyer, are born of you. You have created us. So that is the conception. The divine conception means that is the power. We are blinking, this is also power. We are moving, we are talking, we are thinking, everything depends on the power. And that is why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he worshipped that power in the form of Goddess Kali. When everyone was denouncing, as because the European intellect couldn't understand that, they were thinking only that image, and they were taking that literally, the meaning of that image. That is not. It was a symbol of completely different thing. Goddess Kali, she is the lady, and the story goes like that. She is cutting the heads of all the demons, those who were torturing the good people, the devatas, the gods. Then the power of the god, the Ma Kali, came, and she was going on killing them. And as if she was keeping those heads as a garland hanging from her neck. But it's not, it is just symbol. The story goes in that way, people are attracted, that means the Shakti. But what is the Shakti? If you go deep into it, the heads are the symbol of intellect. The human head is the symbol of intellect, all knowledge and all that. Then he is or she is a very intelligent person. We show the head. The head is the symbol of intellect. And this nature is the source of all knowledge. So the nature, that is Mother Kali, and she is putting all those heads as a garland, informing us that this knowledge, this intellect is very precious. She never killed anyone. And at the same time, she is holding in her left hand, below left hand, a shivered head and a sword on the upper hand. That is the symbol that you have to cut your ego. Then only you will realize Brahman or the God. To realize God, you have to cut your ego. That is the symbol. If we can understand that, and that is called Shakti. Right hand side, both the hands, upper and lower, they are giving you the blessings and also the Abhaya. You need not to be afraid of, the mother is here. But the left hand, different. So Kali, the Shakti, the symbol is so unique. If only we understand that. Otherwise, apparently, if we are thinking, oh my God, a lady, she is cutting the heads of others, nothing like that. And what she is wearing, hands of the human being. Why? Apparently, I don't know why they created this, the image, but the hands are the symbol of work, the knowledge and work. If you have the knowledge, then only you can function, you can work. The hands are the symbol of action, work. So she is that knowledge and action, both is that power. And that is called Shakti. When we talk about the Divine Mother, it is the Shakti. The Shakti means both knowledge and action. A person is strong physically, but not having the intellectual thing or the knowledge, he is of no use. Rather, he will be destructive thing, destructive power. A person having a lot of knowledge but can't work himself, he is also of no use. So both when coming together, the knowledge and the action, then only it is possible. So it says in this way, the Vishnu Sharira Grahanam. Aham means the Brahma, Ishana means the Shiva, Evacha. Both we three, the creator, preserver, and the destroyer of this universe, are created by you. And you are eternal. Nobody created you. So that means the power is everywhere, eternal. Only thing you have to understand that and utilize it. Swami Vivekananda said, before the discovery of the law of gravitation, it was there. And if the whole human society forgets the law of gravitation, it will be there. So something is always eternal. This power is also eternal. So Devi Mata, when we call, it is that power. The Devi Mata, the Divine Mother, is that power. In the Devi Bhagavata, it is the first book, 9th chapter, 40th verse. If you read, Lord Vishnu, the Creator, he was lying and then he created the Brahma, and Brahma was creating. Then, inadvertently, almost without the knowledge of the Lord Vishnu, two demons came up and they came from the Madhu and Kaitava, from the ear of that Vishnu. Vishnu was not aware of it. They came from there. And then they started challenging the Brahma. Everywhere the water. And these two said, hey, we are in water, but look at that man. The Brahma was sitting on the Vishnu, the flower. So let us go and kill him. The Brahma said, hey, why you are killing me? I didn't do anything, and where from you came? I am supposed to create. Before my creation, where from you came? They're from the Vishnu. And Vishnu was sleeping. So the Vishnu, Brahma then started praying to the Vishnu, please get up. And then get up from your meditation and save me from this too. So there is a beautiful story, very interesting story, Madhukaitava. And Vishnu got up and started fighting with them. But he couldn't defeat them. These two, they were more powerful than the Vishnu himself. After a long time when they fought, Vishnu was tired. Then he sat and told them, hey, now let us take rest. They said, okay, we will also take rest. After that again we will fight. They were very happy. And Vishnu then meditated and prayed to the Divine Mother. And in that she is telling, Namo Devi Mahamaye Srishti Samhara Karini Anadi Nidhane Chandi Bhukti Mukti Pradeshike. Namo Devi Mahamaya. The Mahamaya. What is that Mahamaya? This is another word that we find in the Veda. The Maya means the God's power. We cannot explain, but it is there. We can feel it. Like the air is flowing over there. We can't see the air, but we can see the action of the air. All the leaves of the trees are moving. That means the air is there. So that is the way Mahamaya is constantly going on playing. The people, they are carrying a dead body, a human dead body. Those who they are carrying, in this country they go in the car and all that. But in our country, in the villages, they will be carrying, 4 people will be carrying the dead bodies. Those people who are carrying the dead body are thinking, we are going to survive, there will be no problem. But they are carrying the dead body, can't even imagine that they will die someday. This is the problem. And this is called Maya. The young boy growing up, and he'll be looking at the grandfather will say, don't do this, this is very no, I don't like to listen to you. Same mistake the grandfather did, and he wanted to rectify the grandson. No, grandson will also do the same thing. This is called Maya. Same way it goes on, repeating, but we cannot go beyond that. Why this power? Who is actually covering all our knowledge? Maya. What is this Maya? The delusive capacity of God. This is also power of God. But at the same time, God has another capacity by which we can be free. So why we worship? Why we pray? Why we meditate? Only to get the blessings of that power of God which keeps us safe and takes us back to Him. So here the Vishnu, the Lord Vishnu, he is praying to the Divine Mother, O Mother, you are the creator and the destroyer, creator, preserver and the destroyer, and you are Anadi. No one knows when you were created. Who created you? You are eternal. You are the creator of yourself. And Bhukti Mukti, you give, when you bless, people can enjoy the earthly things. And if you bless, people get the liberation. The most of our stories in the Puranas, that there are two, the Devatas and Asuras. Did you notice? Both of them, they are going and praying. When the Devatas, the gods, they are going and praying to God, as Lord Vishnu is praying now, is going to the same power, the God or Goddess, the Mother. And sometimes some people will go and also do the meditation, withdrawing the sense organs, and they'll be concentrating to that particular power. And when that power is coming to them, what they want destruction of others. They want that power to create problem for others. Same power. They are creating. So sometimes the scientists, they are also scientists. Same knowledge is there. But instead of helping the humanity, they develop destructive things for the humanity. That is the same knowledge. Asuras, in the ancient time, we would have said those type of scientists who are developing the destructive the things, Asura. The same thing happened. The Asuras, they were also devoted. They also got the blessings of God, but they misused that power. Just that much. And when someone utilizing that power for the betterment of others, is Devata, is God. So here he says, O Mother, you are the creator and destroyer of the universe. You are eternal. You have no beginning nor end. You are giving the enjoyment and also the liberation. So enjoyment and the liberation, both are coming from that power. Then the Vishnu is praying, Shaharyam kurume mata kinnoham yuddha karmana. Now, we're fighting with these two who were born of me. I'm tired of this fighting. I cannot continue. Please help me. Then that mother helped, and the Madhukaitava was slain. Madhukaitava was destroyed. So the power is always there. But Narendranath never accepted that. That was the problem. So he, the young boy, he said, I am not going to bow down before the goddess Kali. Because in those days, a group of people, they started telling that Hindus are worshipping Kali, the terrible form, the Durga, the killing people. Then what type of gods are there? So naturally, the Hindus got doubt. That's true. Why should you worship them? Then Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he started worshipping goddess Kali. And slowly, through that Kali Puja, he realized that truth, that everything is one but not two. He worshipped goddess Kali, duality, but realized that Supreme Brahman. Then this thing was going on, but to work you need power. Only intellect won't do, you need power. Afterwards, this Narendra, who was not accepting goddess Kali, and he said about the mother, the wonderful poem he wrote about that mother. If you have any chance, please read that. Kali the Mother, the beautiful poem he composed. And this mother, the goddess Kali, he was not accepting, but afterwards, when he was in great difficulty. In those days, the people having class 5 standard education used to get the job. Because that used to say, people used to tell, in those days, it was one pass. One pass means up to 5. Then after that, most of the people, they never went to any school. It was not necessary. It was sufficient. They could count and they could calculate and they could write. That was sufficient. So one pass was sufficient. That is class 5. And then pass 2. They never said grade 5 or grade 10. Duto pass. That means 2 pass. They're class 10. 5 and 10. After that, graduation means it is impossible. They never could think, general masses. Narendranath was very intelligent student and he was a graduate and he was not getting a job in those days. Only 5 great people were getting the job, but not this. Why? That is Maya. Then ultimately, in the beginning, Narendra never came to get the help from Sri Ramakrishna. Rather, he was not mentioning anything to Sri Ramakrishna. But he went to different people, he started begging for a job. No one could help him. Ultimately, when there was nothing, when his mother was fasting, brothers and sisters were fasting, no food at all, then he came to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna as a last resort. And what Sri Ramakrishna said? Because you don't accept power, so this is the problem you are having. You have to accept power. You must go to Goddess Kali and pray to Goddess Kali. And Swami Vivekananda said, you pray on my behalf. I don't believe that Kali. So, but you believe, so you better pray to your mother. It's not my mother, it is your mother too. You have to go to her. And he forced him to go. And he said, today is the Saturday. Saturday, usually the Shakti, there's the best day is the Tuesday and Saturday. They say, the Tantra, these are the 2 days when the power automatically manifests in this. So if you are praying, you get the blessings. You better go and pray. And that turned the whole history. We know the life of Swami Vivekananda. He went and he saw not that image, stone image, he saw the goddess, living goddess. And so benign everywhere, the mother. And then he asked for the sannyas. That afterwards, Sri Ramakrishna said, okay, the mother will take care of your family. Mother and brothers, don't worry. So Naren Kali Menechi, Sri Ramakrishna was very happy. There's a great incident that happened. Then Naren, that young boy, he accepted the Shakti. Shakti is the Divine Mother. Today, we are celebrating the Mother's Day. We should remember any power that is manifesting is power of that Supreme Mother, whom the Hindus, they call as Shakti, Devi Ma, Devi Mata. That is the Shakti. Egyptians, Mut. And Christians, they say Mary, Virgin Mary. And Greeks also in different names. But the same power we have to accept. Otherwise, we can never go beyond this circle. So, in this Mother's Day, we must remember the sacrifice of our earthly mothers and also the Divine Mother. Without her blessings, her grace, nothing can be achieved. Thank you, friends.
Tomorrow, Srinivas has a 2-part question. Srinivas is asking, Ma Sharadamani Devi used to say to chant 15,000 times to eliminate bad karma. Can we chant Ma Sharadamani's name? Second part is how to overcome bad karma.
The first, can we chant Sharada Mani's name? You can if you have faith, but that is called mantra diksha. You have to take the initiation from a guru, and the guru will give you a name, and that you can go on chanting. And it is true, if you can chant the name, the holy name, maybe any gods and goddesses, and particularly at this time, it is Sri Ramakrishna Ma Sharada. If you are chanting that holy name 15,000 times, And obviously, your mind will be purified. That is no doubt. And how to overcome the karma? It's very difficult, overcoming the karma, because the impression is so deep and it's very difficult to overcome the karma. But again, the first question that you asked, if we can repeat the 15,000 times the holy name of God or Goddess, we are surely going to purify our mind. And what is the purification of mind? All the impressions, bad impressions of our mind will be erased, will go away automatically. As we are using the detergent to wash the dirt off our clothing, using the soap to clean our body, similarly, the mantra that one gets from the Guru purify our mind. So that is the way one becomes purified inside. And purification means your all bad karma phala will be erased. And that is for sure. It is not just faith, it is a proven fact. So many people, they realized it. Thank you.
Vijay is asking, just like in Gita, it is said to raise Atman by Atman. Can we say to remove Maya from us with the help of Mahamaya? Is it possible to remove Maya by knowledge alone? Thank you.
Good question. Whose power is Maya? That is again the Divine Mother. And sometimes I give the example, suppose you are going to somebody's house and they have two bulldogs, terrible bulldogs. And the moment you are touching the gate, immediately they will be barking, they will be coming to you and you are afraid. But if you call to the owner and say, I like to come to you, I like to talk to you, immediately the owner make a whistle and these two dogs will be tamed. So if whose power is this? Mahamaya's power. And this Mahamaya's power is coming to bite us. And what we should do? We should go to the Mahamaya and tell, Mother, please control your Maya, which is trying to bite me. And the Mother will immediately make a sound and the Maya will go away. So we have to go to the Divine Mother. There is no other way but she. Thank you, friends. And once again, congratulations on this wonderful day. And those who are having the Mother, they are blessed. And those who are not, the Mother, that power of Mother, the love of Mother, that is always there. One thing I always feel, and you all know, it is not that those who are giving birth of a child are mother. No, it is nothing like that. The motherhood, the mother is a conception of so many good qualities. First is the sacrifice. The mother means sacrifice. The mother means love. Without love, she cannot sacrifice, or no one can sacrifice. Mother means service. The mother means all these good qualities that a human brain can think of. And that is why mother is so pure. And that is why they used to teach us, Janani Janma Bhumischa Sargadapi Gariyeshi, is a much higher than even the heaven. This is the Janani. But the Janani also should understand this. If the mothers are also not understanding this, just giving a birth of a child, and if she thinks the child is a bonded labor, when whatever I will say the child should obey, otherwise, no. That is a bad thing. The mother should also understand this. Of course, in the modern society, the ladies are understanding it. But you know that it is the child who is growing up with the love and affection of the mother. And when the child has grown up, suppose he wants to go out for the job or for the success somewhere, mother has to sacrifice, has to say, don't care about me, I'm all right. You better go and be happy. And when the child is married, so naturally the young lady The bride, when she is coming and she wants to have her own family, it is again, and mostly in Asiatic mothers, the mother-in-law, they will be constantly intervening. Oh, she is not doing this, she is not like this. And there will be conflict, and what that boy will do. In one side, the mother, and we have taught the mother is the goddess. And another side, the responsibility, Swadharma Palan, where he will go. And this thing happened, I'm taking a little time, in the life of Master Mahashaya, Sri Mahendranath Gupta, the recorder of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. He wanted to commit suicide coming on this point. I cannot give up my mother and I cannot give up my wife. Both of them, they are fighting just because of me. Well, if I die, I think the fighting will stop. Thinking in that way, he wanted to commit suicide. He left the home, but somehow the wife also followed him. So he couldn't commit suicide, and that night he had to go in some relative's house, spend that night, and the next morning that relative told, and you have come very close to Dakshineshwar, I will take you to Dakshineshwar. It's a beautiful temple and the flower garden, and of course there is a holy man, they say, is there. And this is the first time the Master Mahashaya went, met Sri Ramakrishna, and his life turned completely. So this we should not. Here also the responsibility of the mother to teach the son or the daughter, you become happy and your happiness is my happiness. So that is the way we have to, then everything will be all right. The mother should be divine mother, and at the same time the children should be also very grateful children for the mother. Thank you, friends. Let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Ma Sharada Mani Devi ki Jai.